All right, Louis Riddick, former NFL personnel guy who is now on ESPN's Get Up, talked about fitting Odell into this Browns offense.
What happens now is like Odell has to really fit into what is the current DNA and the current structure of this offense, which is very much so a run-centric, run-heavy, two-back attack type of offense that just really emphasizes gratuitous, or rather optimistic or opportunistic play-action shots down the field. It is not an offense that is going to run through him. It's not an offense that's going to be predicated on making sure that he gets his touches. The guy who they need to make sure get their touches are number 27 and number 24, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. That's what makes this offense go. Everything else builds off of that, and that is what Kevin Stefanski has put into place. That is what is going to ultimately carry them over the hump, if they can get over the hump and get to the AFC Championship game and maybe get to the Super Bowl. It's not going to run through Odell, but I think that's fine. I think that's okay. Look, the fact that the play-action passing game is such an integral part of their offense, and the fact that Odell is such a plus 20-yard kind of producer in the passing game as a receiver, I think it plays right into his hands. I think it's perfect. He just has to make sure he buys into that.
And Scott, I don't ever think Odell will complain about touches. Winning cures all that. I think the guy wants to win. I really do. I think even when he's complaining about not getting the ball, it's because he feels he gives the team the best chance to win.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I really do. Now, in a perfect world, he would get 10 touches a game and they'd win. But I think he would. I think he's at a stage in his career where he's prioritized winning. And maybe he gets a Super Bowl and then it's okay. I need my touches again. But yeah, Odell wants to win. And it's interesting. I think I know Kevin Stefanski's smart enough that he'll get the ball to Odell. Right now, maybe it's not 8 or 10 times a game. Maybe it's 5 or 6. And Odell's going to have to learn to live with that certain weeks. But Lewis is right. The way the Browns run the ball, there are opportunities downfield. And you can picture Donovan Peoples-Jones making a catch against the Titans a year ago. Anthony Schwartz making a couple of plays this year in that opener against Kansas City. Well, all you have to do is slide Odell into that role. Now, defense will pay more attention to Odell, so it might not be as easy. It might not be always single coverage. And if it is, if it's not single coverage, then it opens up things for everybody else. But there are chances for him to make big plays in this offense. We saw it against Cincinnati last year in the first Cincinnati game. We saw it obviously in that Cowboys game where he won the game for the Browns. So, it might not be seamless to transition back in. But even, especially with Jarvis not playing, I think that does create a bunch of opportunities for Odell and will kind of ease him back in where he gets a feeling for how he fits in the offense. And I don't think it'll be a big deal.